Melanie and Doug Pritchard had carefully planned every detail as they awaited the birth of their second child. But one thing mattered most. If something went wrong during delivery, they wanted a doctor who would fight not just for the baby, but for both Melanie and the baby. No one knew that this decision would change their lives forever. At 39 weeks, Melanie woke up with mild contractions and calmly walked to the hospital with Doug. Everything felt routine. But once labor began, Melanie suddenly felt dizzy, nauseous, and collapsed. Her heartbeat became irregular. Her blood pressure dropped to near zero. Within minutes, Melanie's skin began to turn blue. And then the unthinkable happened. Her heart stopped. The baby hadn't been born yet. At the same time, the baby's heartbeat began to plummet. Doctors turned to Doug and delivered the devastating news. Your wife is now clinically dead. And the baby hasn't been delivered yet. In a panic, they rushed her into an emergency C-section. 2 separate medical teams were assembled. One to save the baby, the other to try and bring Melanie back. Doug raised his hands. He had never felt so helpless. He began messaging friends and family. Please pray for Melanie and our baby girl. Prayers began spreading rapidly on social media. On Twitter and Facebook, thousands joined in prayer for Melanie. Within 15 hours, over 150,000 people had joined the prayer chain. That day, Melanie became one of the top 100 trending topics on Google and Twitter. Meanwhile, the doctor successfully delivered the baby. A nurse asked Doug, "Have you chosen a name?" Through tears, he whispered just one word: Gabrielle. Technically, Melanie was still alive, but her heart had been stopped for 10 full minutes. The chances of her coming back were almost non-existent. 4 rounds of defibrillation were used. Chest compressions continued without pause. Doctors were beginning to lose hope. The family was advised to say their goodbyes. And then, a faint heartbeat was detected. What Melanie experienced was a rare and often fatal complication: amniotic fluid embolism. Fluid from the womb had entered her bloodstream, reached her heart, and caused it to stop. To make matters worse, an artery had ruptured during the emergency C-section. She now needed another surgery, immediately. Before the operation, Doug held her hand and whispered, "Please survive. Our kids are waiting for you." Doctors decided to give Melanie a reason to fight. They brought her a photo of her newborn daughter. Melanie's eyelids fluttered. Her lips moved as if to whisper something. She was rushed into surgery. The operation lasted for hours. Doug and his family waited, each second feeling like a lifetime. Finally, a doctor appeared and said, "I think we've just witnessed a miracle. Melanie is alive." Just 24 hours later, Melanie was taken off the ventilator. When she opened her eyes, the first thing she asked was, "How's Gabrielle?" The nurses brought baby Gabrielle to her. Now, with a body that had been declared dead for 10 minutes, Melanie held her daughter in her arms. The entire hospital staff was stunned. No one could explain how she had survived. 6 days later, both Melanie and Gabrielle were discharged. I don't remember everything that happened, but every morning I hug my children and thank God. I'm grateful for everyone who prayed for me. The reason I'm alive today is because of thousands of people, most of whom I'll never meet, who prayed for us. This was a true story of a battle on the edge of medicine, of faith, and of a miracle. Do you believe what happened was just a coincidence? Or was it a miracle? Tell us in the comments. Do you believe in the power of prayer? See you in the next video. God bless you.